Hi, my name's Mark Brown, and this is my journey deeper into Mark 12:28 to 31, which reads, A lawyer asked him a question, testing him, Teacher, which is the most important commandment? And he said to him, Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the great and foremost commandment. And the second is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And there is no commandment greater than these. Well, New York is a full-on place. And over the past week, I've had the utter privilege of living and working in New York. Meetings in big buildings, hot dog mustard on my white business shirt, and being bustled and compacted on a subway, dazzled by advertising, and taken by the size and opulence of the shops. And I really, really liked it. I could definitely live in New York, which is kind of funny, as right now I live in a country town of about 5,000 people, where the tallest structure is a thin mobile phone tower. And if it takes you 15 minutes to get across town, you must be walking. And yes, I absolutely love living here. I think I need both. The full-on city with all its choice and stimulation, and the quiet country town with its slower pace and peacefulness. And I think my relationship to Jesus can be a bit the same. Like living in two different places. One moment it's slow, rambling along, content with how things are. And then the next, my faith is New York style, all full on and involved, seeking out the next opportunity. But actually, I need to be full on all the time. I'm to love the Lord my God with all my heart and soul, my mind and my strength, not just part, but all. Wow. This is an invitation into complete involvement of every part of who I am, nothing left behind. And the Greek for love is agapeo, which speaks of loving, of making God my complete focus. And I guess just as New York captured my full attention, in the same way, I need to give God my complete attention. That I think about God a lot. I pray heaps. I ask the question often, how can I serve you right now, Jesus? And I need to spend loads of time reading and accepting the teachings of the Bible. And how do I know when I'm giving God my all? Well, the proof is whether I am loving my neighbor as myself, as the reading goes on to say, the second great commandment. And the Greek for neighbor speaks of those within my environment, those near me. I don't actually count not only those people who physically live near me, but those I interact with online, on the net. But the key for me isn't to lead with this, isn't to kind of take the mental decision to love my neighbors, but first to work on loving God with all that I am. And from this will naturally flow a love for my neighbors. So how am I going to apply this to my life? Well, pushing my commitment to prayer up a few notches. More prayer is needed. I'm really, really feeling God calling me into more and more prayer. It's almost a pain at the moment, a need to pray way more. And I have to ask myself often, how can I serve you, Jesus, right now? That has got to be a question I've actually got to ask myself. Jesus, how can I serve you right now? And I need to recognize clearly the need to love God with all that I am, nothing held back. Is there anything I'm holding back? Anything that I'm holding back in completely and utterly loving God with every part of who I am? Now, I really want to hear your thoughts on this passage. So if you want to leave a comment on my blog or on the Facebook page or on this video on YouTube, I check them all, I read them all, and I would love to hear your heart, to hear what you think of this passage. What is God showing you? It'd be great to hear it. God bless you in your journey.